what is up, Earth signs? How y'all doing? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We're going to take a little look here tonight and see what we can find out about the next person that's coming in. So this is going to be one mini reading for each Earth sign. One for Taurus, one for Virgo, and one for Capricorn. So for those of you who would like a personal reading, the information is in the description of the video. Also, for those of you who are catching this video in the month of November, from now until the end of November, we are running my Black Friday special, which is $100 off the Zoom call readings. So the discount has already been applied on my website. There's two different options, a 30-minute option and a 1-hour option. And all month long in November, they're $100 off. But all of the information for all of my personal readings is down there in the description of this video, okay? All right, let's jump into this. Taurus. Let's see what information we can dig up about the next person coming in for Taurus. What's some of the first things you're going to notice? Ace of Wands reversed and the Nine of Pentacles, okay. Well, this person might want to take things kind of slow. I don't know if they're just extremely independent or if maybe they haven't dated in a while. Maybe. They're very independent, though. Very independent. Let's see. Could be a fellow Earth sign for some of you. Okay, Ace of Swords in the upright. So it may just kind of start off, Ace of Swords, Knight of Swords, Two of Pentacles. It may start off as mainly a communication-based connection where you're just mainly talking and communicating. I'm also seeing here that there may be some blockages. So there may be some things that kind of get in the way and make things a little bit inconvenient, you know, with the Four of Wands reversed. So for example, for some of you, maybe it's maybe y'all are at a distance, for example. And the question is, okay, well, what are we going to do about this blockage? Or it could be conflicting work schedules. We do have the Two of Pentacles there. So the question is, okay, well, our work schedules are getting in the way. What are we going to do about this? Are we going to do something to fix this blockage, or what are we going to do here? So yeah, there's some blockages, but there's a really intense connection though. Really heavy, intense connection. This is not something you're just going to be able to walk away from very easily. Not really. So, okay. Let's see how it plays out for the first 60 days. First 60 days. How's this situation playing out? How's it playing out for the first 60 days? Queen of Wands. Six of Wands, Queen of Cups. Okay, so feelings are definitely starting to grow. But I mean, your feelings are starting to grow, but you're not jumping into this head first. Oops, with the Fool card reversed. You're not jumping all the way 10 toes in, because like I said, there's some blockages. There's some obstacles in the way. And it doesn't look like the two of you are coming together on the same page at the same time, working towards overcoming these blockages, you know? So, for example, let's say it's work schedules, okay? Well, am I going to go ask my boss to change schedules? Or am I going to go look for another job? Or what am I going to do? What are we going to do to overcome this problem? Do we want this bad enough to overcome this obstacle? You know? Or let's say you're at a distance, okay? Well, if we at a distance, somebody going to have to leave their life behind. Ain't no way around that. Somebody going to have to leave their life behind, or this ain't going to go nowhere. So do we want this bad enough? Who wants to leave their old life behind? I guess we both could. That's what me and my wife did. When we first met, we lived almost 1,000 miles apart. And we both uprooted from where we were and just fucking took off and, you know. But at least if just one person isn't willing to leave their life behind, that could lead to the demise of the connection. So let's get the advice. Let's get the advice. What's the advice? Ace of Cups. Okay. A lot of potential here. However, the potential does have to be utilized. Potential is just potential. If you don't utilize the potential, it may as well be a pile of dog shit, right? So within the first 60 months, first 60 days, I think that gaining clarity on what we're going to do together to overcome whatever blockage stands in our way is paramount. If that ain't done in the first couple of months, then see, here's the problem. Then y'all get complacent. Then you get complacent. And then that's when somebody comes to me for a reading dealing with a long distance relationship they've been in for fucking 4 years. 4 years? And then now you come ask me, is this ever going to go anywhere? Is it ever going to be more than long distance? And probably not by now, honestly. Probably not. Y'all should have figured that out in the beginning. So I think if the two of you can agree to work together to overcome whatever obstacle is in the way, y'all could build something fucking phenomenal, dude. You could build something phenomenal. Sometimes you got to take a scary ass leap of faith. Sometimes you got to make a hard, scary, crazy decision. And, you know, you'll look back and it'll be the fucking most amazing decision you ever made. All right, Virgo. What's some of the first things Virgo is going to notice when the next person comes in? Who's the next person coming in for Virgo? Oh, 10 of Cups reversed. That's not a good card to jump out straight out the gate. Queen of Swords. You know what this is kind of feeling like? It's kind of feeling like you may not really be feeling this in the beginning. I'm sensing a big lack of passion here. A lack of interest on your part is what it feels like to me. That's weird. That's weird. I don't know what, it's not telling me why. That's what I'm trying to figure out here. Why? Is it maybe something about their energy, or maybe something about their physical appearance, or maybe are you just at a place where you're not trying to connect with somebody like that? I don't know. It's not even telling me why. For some reason, you're just kind of detached. And not being swept up by, you know, heavy, crazy, intense emotions. Okay, well, that's fucking weird. Let's see how it plays out for the first 60 days then. Will that change in the first 60 days? What's the outcome for the first 60 days? Oh, shit. What the fuck is that all about, man? Okay, well, this is telling me that you're probably going to abandon this. You're going to abandon this. Oh, okay. There's somebody else involved here. I think there's an ex involved here. Okay. So somehow, some way, there's an ex involved somehow. I don't know if it's an ex coming and trying to start shit, or maybe if you just find out this person's still talking to their ex. Maybe I'm gonna tell you what it feels like to me. I'm just gonna spit it how I feel it. Feels to me like in the very beginning you feel that something's a little bit funny, something's a little bit off. It don't feel quite right. But you go ahead and you acquiesce to seeing what this person's all about. You know, we talking, we hanging out, we dating, we doing the thing, but I'm not feeling it like that. I'm just watching. And then all of a sudden you see something that confirms your suspicion, right? Like this person talking to their ex. Or maybe they're going through, you see their ex hearting they selfies and shit and comment, no, so sexy under their little selfies and shit. And maybe they're liking their comment or something. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing, and it's like, nah, fuck that. Nope, I ain't playing that game. Deuces. Later, tater. Feeling like you're abandoning this. Okie dokie. Oh, let's get the advice. What's the advice? What is the best advice? Hey, well, Hermit, that's you, boo-boo. Hang on. That's what you're already doing, dude. I'll go ahead and I'll take it a step further. Okay? I'll take it a step further. Don't waste a lot of time and energy trying to figure out why it feels off at the end of the day. If something feels off about a person, I know we naturally want to figure out what it is. I get it. I'm not saying I don't get that, but sometimes you just can't figure it out. And I'm going to tell you what, let me just tell you a little something about my personal experience. When I take a look back, every single fucking time something feels off about a person, I'm always right. Always. Always. And most of the time, I could never figure out exactly what it was that was off. You know, we all tend to operate that way. Something feels a little bit off about you. I can't figure out what it is. So I'm just going to stick around and see if I can figure it out. And then most of the time you don't. You don't figure it out until their true colors come bubbling up to the surface. And then you figure it out the hard way, right? At the end of the day, it don't matter why it feels off. It don't matter. The simple fact that it feels off means that me and you are not a vibrational match. We just ain't vibing. Let's go ahead and play devil's advocate. Let's play devil's advocate for a second. Let's say it's not you that has the problem. Let's say it's me. Let's say it's me. Okay, well, if I'm that broken and damaged and fucked up that I can look at somebody who has nothing but pure intentions through such a broken lens and misinterpret their energy and their feelings and their intentions, I'm still gonna sabotage the goddamn connection. Even if it don't matter how good your intentions are. If I'm that broken and fucked up, I'm still gonna sabotage the shit, man. So it doesn't matter which way the coin falls. It's if it feels off, don't be afraid to back away. Don't be afraid to back away. You can make the mistake I've made many, many times where you stick around because you can't quite figure out what's off. You know, so you let that little ego voice tell you, well, maybe I'm just making that up in my head. No, the fuck you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. All right. Capricorn. What's some of the first things Capricorn's going to notice when the next person comes in? Capricorn, what's some of the first things Capricorn going to notice when the next person comes in? That Lover's card reversed. Okay. Well, I think one of the very first things you're going to notice is that this person isn't your normal type. I think this is unlike anybody you have ever dealt with before. And you are unlike anybody they have ever dealt with before. You ain't their type and they ain't your type. And that may cause some energetic anomalies in the beginning with that Lover's card reverse there. It might. But at least y'all communicate good, though. Y'all communicate real good. Good communication. It's just that, like, let me see if I can think of an example. Let's say, for example, you only date white collar people. And you never in a gazillion years ever imagined dating a blue collar person. And then here's this blue collar fucking person. And we communicate really good. It's a really intense connection. I feel like I've known you my whole life, but you're not my normal type. I never have, nor did I ever think I would date somebody like you. So it's a little bit weird. I don't really know what I'm doing here. I don't know, just it's a little bit out of my comfort zone. It's a little bit strange, a little bit weird, But man, communication is fucking good, dude. Y'all communicate fucking probably better than anybody you've ever communicated with, for real. Okay, let's see how it plays out for the first 60 days. Could be a Gemini for some of you. How's it playing out for the first 60 days, first 2 months? Oh, it's going to start moving fast. It's going to start moving real fast. Probably unexpectedly, too. Yeah, it's going to start really unexpectedly moving very, very fast. But see, here's the funny thing, though. Here's the funny thing. This is one of those types of things that you're not going to be able to put a finger on when it happened exactly. You're just going to wake up one day and realize, God damn, this is moving fucking fast. I never really made a solid fucking decision in my mind as to what I'm doing here. And now we're in a vehicle moving 120 mile an hour down the highway. Fucking A, it's moving fast. And I don't even really know what I want to do here. This is moving so fast. I don't see it coming to an end, though. So nobody is abandoning this. Nothing bad is happening. There's no worst case scenario happening here. It's just moving way quicker than you thought it would. All right, well, any advice? Any advice? Don't relinquish your independence. I know you're not going to do it anyways, so I don't know why that came through. Well, just understand that the two of you didn't get brought together by accident. You didn't get brought together by accident. When your life is arranging itself in a way in which it's very difficult for you to abandon the path that you're on, that's usually a really good sign that you are where you're supposed to be. I get that question a lot. Am I on the right path? Am I on the wrong path? Here's a real good way to find out. First of all, if you're on the wrong path, the universe is going to be doing everything it can to kick you off of that path. That's one of the very first indications that you're on the wrong path. Now, it's more nuanced and complex than that. There's little exceptions to everything. But just speaking generally, 95% of the time, when things are just flowing a certain way in life, and if you was just to take a step back and let go, and the path you're on is kind of happening on its own, and there's momentum going, and it would be harder to exit the path than it would be to keep the path going, you're where you're supposed to be. Again, there's exceptions to everything. That's not 100%, but that's 95% as to, if you're in a situation, you're feeling a little bit weird about it, you don't know if you're supposed to be doing this or not. You and this person have a very important soul contract. You do. And if the two of you can get on the same page in the first 60 days, the two of you could potentially be a power couple. I do see that potential here. But it could also end up dwindling away and just burning out and fizzling away. So kind of just, it really depends. I would say that a solid decision one way or the other needs to be made in the first 60 days. If it's not, you know that the universe will make the decision for you. And I advise against that. Make the decision before the universe has to do it. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Earth sign family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check the description of the video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And for those of you who missed the memo, from now until the end of November, we're running my Black Friday special, which is $100 off the Zoom call readings. There's two different options for Zoom call readings. There's a 30-minute and a 1-hour option. The discount has already been applied on my website. They're both $100 off from now until the end of November. But all of the rest of the information for all the other personal readings that I have to offer is still down there in the description of the video as well. So, all right, y'all, I'm out of here. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.